Good morning, friends. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. So, we'll start today's class in a comfortable seat, taking our time. There's no need to rush into our day. And notice where your hands feel most comfortable here. Maybe that's palms down, palms up, on the knees, or maybe they come to heart center to feel more connected, maybe more comfort. And once we're comfortable, we'll move into some box breathing. So here we're going to draw a box with our breath. So we'll inhale for a count of 4, then hold for 4. Let it all go. Exhale for 4, and hold at the bottom for 4. You can repeat this to your own counts. Maybe you want to go for 3 or 5, or maybe you're going to the beat of a song. And on your next inhale, we'll squeeze the shoulder blades up towards the ears. Hold there at the top. And exhale to lower them all the way down. We'll hold at the bottom, drawing the shoulders down and back. Repeat this for a few more rounds. Remember, we're always moving to your own pace. Always listen to your body and respect what it's trying to tell you, what it wants, what it needs, what feels good, what doesn't feel good. Okay, beautiful job. We'll begin to breathe normally now. Inhale, arms rise up and overhead, taking up space. We'll exhale, twist to the right. Left hand meets right knee, right fingertips go behind us. On your inhale, think about reaching the crown of the head up, and exhale to twist a little deeper. Inhale, our right hand's going to come over and across for that left knee and allow the spine to round. Chin tucks into your chest here. Stretching through the back of the body. And we'll inhale, twist left, left fingertips come behind, right hand stays to the left knee. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, ring out the spine. Then on your next inhale, we'll bring our left arm up and over, reaching for the right knee, rounding out through the spine. So here we're puffing out through the back body, softening. And then we'll unwind and find a side stretch to the right. The right hand or the right forearm can meet the mat, and left hand reaches up and over. So chest is opening up towards the sky. You should feel a stretch in your left side body. And then we'll make our way over to the other side, slowly walking our hands around. Hold anywhere that might feel good. And then we'll eventually make our way over to the left. The left hand or forearm finds the mat, and right hand reaches overhead. Don't forget to breathe here. Inhale to expand into the space. And exhale, you can soften. And we'll walk our hands out in front for a seated fold. Maybe your forehead comes to the mat. Take a few deep breaths. Notice how you're feeling. And when you're ready, we'll slowly come back up to a seat and make our way into all fours or tabletop. From tabletop, we'll find fire toes, so all 10 toes tuck underneath us, and then we'll sit back onto the heels. So I have these little knee pads that I love to put under my knees for support. You can also use a blanket or fold your mat, double up right there. But get settled in. If this is already way too much, you can always come out, untuck the toes. But if you're with me, either on the toes or down, we'll stretch through the right shoulder. Right arm goes across. And then we'll take it to the other side. Just basic stretches. Always reminds me of high school sports. Then we'll find a tricep stretch. Send the right hand down your back. Left hand can press the elbow down to help deepen. If you like to bind here, you can go for it. Try to interlace the hands behind each other. It's a little intense for me in the morning, so I am not doing the bind. Go ahead and even it out. Take it on the other side. Beautiful. And then we'll shift the weight forward, plant your hands. Maybe you tap the tops of the feet against the mat for a counter stretch. And then we'll sit back on the backs of the feet to stretch through the tops of the feet. So here we can lift the knees a couple inches off the mat, only if that feels good. And then tabletop, hands stack under the shoulders, knees below the hips. And then we'll start to shake the head no, essentially looking right, stretching through the left side of the neck, and then look left or shake the head left. Take a couple rounds there. Gentle with the neck. Who knows what crazy positions we were sleeping in last night. And then we'll begin to nod the head yes and no. Again, always be gentle, listen, notice. And then we'll begin to move through a little bit of a flow, some cat-cow. So we'll inhale to find cow, arch the spine, shine the chest forward, and exhale to round for cat. So we're puffing through the back body, tuck your chin into your chest. And inhale back to cow, chest shines forward, squeeze the shoulder blades behind you, and exhale around. So find your flow, find your rhythm. Take any movements here that feel good. Maybe you rock through the wrists, face the fingertips towards each other, away from each other. Maybe you sway your hips side to side. Just find what feels good for you. And then from there, we're going to inhale, reach the right hand up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle so it slides below the left hand over towards the left, and our right shoulder blade and head meets the mat gently. You can use the left hand here for support. You can even take the fingertips out in front of you, more above you for a deeper twist. Don't forget to breathe here. And then when you're ready, on your next inhale, we'll plant through that left palm to reach the right hand back up. Then we'll repeat on the other side. Left hand reaches up overhead. Exhale, thread the needle, slide it over towards the right as you gently meet the mat. Find your comfortable position with your right hand, and then breathe. Inhale, feel your chest expand, feel the back body expand, and exhale to soften. On your next inhale, we'll bring the left hand back overhead, and then here, leaving the toes tucked or untucked, begin to find some rocks forward and back. Tabletop to child's pose. You can keep moving, or maybe you find stillness in child's pose. Maybe you even sway the hips side to side for a nice little hip massage. And then when you're ready, we're going to send it to tabletop. We're going to start to create some heat. First, we'll stretch through the right calf, pulsing through forward and back, keeping the toes tucked. And then we'll lift the leg. Inhale, maybe you point the toes. Exhale, knee to nose, firing up through the core. Inhale, send it long. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, send it long. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back out long. And here we'll shift our weight to our right hand. Left hand reaches out long. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to nose, round everything in. Inhale to reach forward, heel goes back. Exhale, hug it all in. Take one more, exhale, hug it in. And inhale, reach forward and back. And allow everything to come back down, tabletop. And then we'll send it to the other side, stretching through our left calf, baby pulses. When we're ready, we'll lift it up. Inhale, point the toes. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. Inhale, send it long. Exhale, round. Inhale, long. Last one. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, send it long. And then we'll reach the right hand out long behind us. Right tricep is hugging our ear. And exhale to crunch. We'll do 2 more of these. Firing up through our core, squeezing everything in towards our midline. And then we'll release, let it go back to tabletop. Tuck our toes behind you. Maybe you take a few more pulses or rocks before we send the hips up to the sky, our first downward facing dog. So we'll take a few moments here. You can pedal through the legs, bend one leg and straighten the other, reaching the heel down towards the mat. On your inhales, think about lengthening the spine, reaching the hips high, and exhale to draw the heels down. Let this pose be more about how it feels in your body, less about just making a shape. And then for an added challenge here, you can try for a twist. So you can reach the right hand over to the left ankle and twist through the spine. So we're really actively pressing out of our left palm, finding balance, tapping into those stabilizer muscles. If you're going for a twist, be sure to take it on the other side. Keep everything nice and even. And we'll all meet back in downward dog. Take an inhale and exhale. Walk your hands back towards the mat. And we'll meet in forward fold. So here, just let the top of the head hang heavy. Bend the knees as much as feels good. Allow the lower back to decompress. Option here to interlace the hands behind you and let gravity do the work for a deeper shoulder stretch. Again, just take any movements that feel good. Maybe you take turns bending one leg, straightening the other. You can also rock side to side. Always come back to your breath. If you're walking your fingertips side to side or you're swaying side to side, just try to keep your knees equally bent. We want to protect our spine, protect all of our joints. When you're ready, we'll inhale, halfway lift. Hands can come to the thighs. Exhale, fold. And we'll repeat this a couple more times. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, engaging the back muscles. Exhale, fold. And on your next inhale, we'll slowly rise all the way up to mountain pose. So one vertebrae rises at a time. Crown of the head is last to rise. And then no rush. When we're at the top, we'll relax our shoulder blades down and back. And inhale, arms rise up overhead, taking up space. Option here to take steeple mudra and release the hands and point the pointed fingers up as you side stretch over to the right. You can also grab opposite wrist here. Inhale back up. Exhale, stretch over to the left. Inhale back up. Maybe find a slight back bend. Careful to engage the glutes, protect your lower back, and we'll find hands at heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Here we'll walk our fingertips out to high plank. Lower down to the knees. And take a chaturanga. So you can lower all the way down to the mat here. And inhale, baby cobra. Engaging our low back to shine our chest forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, tabletop. Tuck the toes and lift the hips, downward dog. Take a couple moments, maybe you pedal, maybe you sway the hips side to side. So reach your heels back towards the mat. Don't forget to breathe. Notice what it feels like to be alive. Inhale, right leg extends long, three-legged dog. You can stay here. You can also send the knee up towards the sky and open the hip as you bend the leg. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Round through the spine, puff up the back. Inhale, we'll send it back. Exhale, knee to nose and step it through for a lunge. Slowly with control, arms will rise up and crescent lunge. So front knee is tracking over the ankle, back leg is lifted, we're nice and strong, stretching through the hips. Inhale to open the chest, cactus arms. Then exhale, plant your palms, send the right leg back to three-legged dog. We'll take it to the other side. We'll inhale, left leg goes long, three-legged. Maybe you open it up for a scorpion, open the hips and the knee up. Also can take some ankle rolls. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, round through. Inhale, send it long. And exhale, knee to nose as you step it through. And then we'll meet in a high lunge. So our arms are lifted here, but our shoulders are still relaxed, down and back. On an inhale, we're going to open through the chest, find cactus arms. And exhale to plant your palms, send it back, three-legged dog, left leg high. We'll take one breath here, back to down dog, both feet planted. And exhale, forward fold back of the mat. We'll inhale to halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, forward fold. And here, make sure the feet are together and inhale, chair pose. Arms go up, hips sit down. Our spine is nice and long here, focusing more on the straight spine versus sitting deeper. And exhale, forward fold, straighten the legs and release. We'll inhale, walk the hands back out, high plank. And send it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through for a lunge. Inhale, arms rise up overhead, high lunge. And take a moment here, find your alignment. Then on your next inhale, cactus arm, open the chest. And then exhale, we'll open up, star pose, facing the left side, toes out, taking up a lot of space. And exhale, forward fold, wide-legged fold. You can play here with taking little side lunges, half skandhasanas, warming up through the inner thighs. On your next inhale, we'll rise back up to star, taking up a lot of space. And then we'll inhale, high lunge to the back of the mat. So left leg is bent, right leg is lifted behind us, nice and strong. On your next inhale, cactus arms open through the chest. And then we'll exhale, star pose, again facing the Same side, now this is our right side, and then take a wide-legged fold. You can stay still in your fold, or maybe you play again with taking side lunges. And then when you're ready, on your next inhale, we'll walk our hands back to the front of our mat, squaring the right foot, and send the right leg back, three-legged dog. Lower the foot, and then other side, left leg goes long, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale back to three-legged. And exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Make your way up, arms overhead, high lunge. On your next inhale, cactus arm the chest. And then we'll open up to star pose, facing the right side of our mat. Inhale to reach, take up space. And exhale, maybe you swan dive, forward fold. Maybe here you feel a little more warmed up. Take a little deeper side lunge. And then on your next inhale, rise up to star. And exhale, high lunge back of the mat. So our right leg is bent in front, left leg lifted behind. Inhale, we'll open the chest, cactus arms. And then we'll open back up to star. And exhale, take a fold. Maybe you feel warmed up here to take a full skandhasana, bending all the way down. If you're in a full skandhasana, your long leg is straight, toes are flexed. And then maybe try to take it to the other side, using your hands to help you. Maybe you open up. And then we'll meet back in our wide-legged fold. Inhale, rise back up to star. And then exhale, high lunge, front of the mat, left leg bent in front. We'll plant our palms, send it back, three-legged dog, left leg long. And then we'll meet downward dog, both feet planted. And on an inhale, shift the weight forward, high plank, and take a chaturanga. You can lower the knees, lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, baby cobra or sphinx pose. Exhale to release. We'll send it back, child's pose, knees wide, hips go back, heart and forehead melt forward on the mat. Take a few deep breaths here. Notice how you feel now that you've gotten some movement in. Always know that you can take this feeling with you through the rest of your day. Noticing. And when you're ready, we'll walk the hands towards us. Keep the knees how they are. Maybe take them a little bit wider and find our seat in hero's pose. So you can stay here on the hands behind you, or maybe you want to lower down to the forearms. Listening to your hips, listening to your body, only going as far as it wants you to. Don't forget to breathe here. And then we'll come back up, make our way to a seat, and slowly come down to our backs. We'll hug our knees into our chest, decompress the lower back, giving ourselves a hug, appreciating everything we've done so far today. Maybe you find stillness, maybe you gently rock side to side for a lower back massage. And then we'll hug our right knee in as we send the left leg long, setting up for supine twist. I will guide the right knee over the left side And then right shoulder stays glued in, then gaze over to the right. You can also allow your eyes to close here. Take one more deep breath here. Exhale, soften into your twist. And inhale, we'll take it to the other side. Right leg goes out long. We'll hug the left knee in. And then same thing, guide the left knee over towards the right. And then left shoulder stays glued in as we gaze left. And in this pose, it's more about keeping that left shoulder blade glued in, not so much bringing that left knee over down to the mat. And take one more deep breath here. And then we'll release. So here you can set up for Savasana, your final resting pose. That can be a corpse pose with legs out long, or maybe you take a bound angle, bringing the soles of the feet together and the knees just open wide passively. So your choice, you always have a choice in your practice on your mat. And we'll just take a few moments here to just be present before we start our day and jump into whatever's next. Please know that you can always come back to this state of peace, of calm. Know that it's always there for you, even when the day gets hectic or stressful. You can always return to your breath. And if you're in a bound ankle pose, we'll go ahead and plant our feet, take them wide, and let the knees just fall towards each other for a counter stretch. And we'll take one more breath here. And then when you're ready, we'll hug in both knees back to the chest. You can give yourself a big hug. And then we'll rock over onto one side, fetal pose. Taking a couple moments here. Remember, there's no rush here on your mat, off of your mat. You can always take things to your own pace. That feels comfortable to you. And when you're ready, we'll gently push ourselves up to a seat. And that is all for today's class. I want to thank you all so much for practicing with me. I hope you feel calm, peaceful, and ready to take on your day. Please let me know in the comments or message me on Instagram if there's anything that you want to see more of. And with all that said, have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time.